Hello, this is Reddithan, and welcome to GPC Week 2 against Josh the Turtwig, aka Trainer Josh, aka he goes by a lot of stuff, but anyway, he's got the Texas Turtwigs, and he was originally ranked really high on the power rankings, I believe, so kind of an intimidating matchup to start. So okay, I've pulled up his team. Let's go over what I brought for him. So, this showdown, okay, I see how it is. Okay, alright, there we go. So first up we have FizzDef Celesteela, and I actually brought this because it was really my only check to Mega Pinsir, because I'm not check, but my only real switch into it, because my team's actually very Mega Pinsir weak, as most teams are, but so yeah, I was like, you know what, let's bring Celesteela, because FizzDef Celesteela can actually take really anything it wants, like even +2 close combat doesn't even do 50, or just barely 50, so it was like my only vision for that. I got a Flamethrower and Heavy Slam because that pretty much hits most of his team. Heavy Slam's just so the Piloswine and the Sylveon can't really do anything can't do anything funny, and then we got Leech Seed just because I want some a bit of sustain, and it wears down and actually allows me to 2 KO FizzDef Sylveon, as well as just getting some nice recovery on anything that tries to switch in, such as like Cobalion or Starmie or whatever, or Magmortar even. And then we got Protect just because I really had nothing else to put on there, and just to get some more recovery when I need it. Next up we have Not Jose. Enough speed to outspeed Cobalion, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's what I had. And you got Ice Crash, Knockoff, Pursuit, and Ice Shard. Really, this only purpose of me bringing this thing was to get rid of Starmie, because once I got rid of Starmie, then everything kind of... Well, then I could get up my rocks, and without having to fear them being lost. And then also, I wouldn't have anything else that would really... that I would have like a switch into, because Starmie kind of gets a lot of coverage that kind of ruins me. So I was like, yeah, let's get someone to deal with Starmie. And we also got Ice Shard, just because in case anything's Scarfed, or he has like GD Flygon or like Scarf Rotom Mo or whatever. And we got Ice Crash and Knockoff just because stabs and they hit stuff. So yeah. Next up we have Specs Raichu. He's got Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Signal Beam, and Volt Switch, and this just actually did like so much damage to his team. And really, I wanted it because really once the Piloswine was gone, then his team was going to take huge damage every time Raichu comes in on Mega Pinsir or whatever, because Mega Pinsir can't, of course, OHKO it with like +2 Quick Attack or Feint or anything. So Raichu can just come in and click Volt Switch and just ruin lives. And also a nice little check to Rotom Mo with that Signal Beam in case it's choiced and it locks itself into like Volt Switch or whatever. So yeah, there's that. And then Focus Blast finally just to hit Cobalion and especially Piloswine. Next up we have Infernape with Stealth Rock, Fire Blast, Grass Knot, and Gunk Shot. And well, really Stealth Rock because I didn't really want to bring Miltank. I didn't like it in this matchup, and I was like, you know what, let's put Stealth Rock and Infernape. So because he's got a Mega Pinsir, we need rocks. Then we got the Grassium Z with Grass Knot, and this is just in case the Starmie tries to switch in, and I could bop it with that powerful 160 base power grass move and just destroy its life. And then we got Gunk Shot in case the Sylveon comes in, because I could have put a fighting move or priority on this, but I was like, you know what, I don't really need that per se. I only really need that. I really only need the fighting move for Magmortar and Piloswine, but I have Grass Knot for Piloswine and Magmortar. Magmortar takes a lot from Gunk Shot anyway, and then because this actually is able to pretty much 2 KO Sylveon after rocks, and then or max defense Sylveon, I mean, and then so we got Fire Blast just because it hits a lot of his team. Next up we have especially defensive Mega Venusaur, and this is to switch in on stuff such as Starmie and Magmortar and Sylveon and Rotom Mo and pretty much all of his threats that are kind of Spit F or especially attack oriented. Mega Venusaur kind of just eats up, so I was like, you know what, let's do that. More Leech Seed, just because I liked Leech Seed against his team, and then we got Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain just because that hits most of his team pretty much. And then finally we have Greg, and same set as last week, just no speed. And Yeah, that's just because I wanted defog, and I liked the typing matchup. So yeah. So yeah, let's get right into the game. Okay, so leading off, I lead off with Celesteela. Ending is off with Mamoswine, and because I was either predicting, basically I didn't want the what is it? Yeah, I didn't want the Piloswine leading off because if he leads with Piloswine, then he pretty much gets up free rocks, and yeah, I didn't really want to deal with that. Or no, it was really a Mega Pinsir I was afraid of too, and I was like, you know what? Pretty much anything on his team except for Rotom-Mow, I am comfortable with leading with Celesteela, and even if he does lead with Rotom-Mow, I have Venusaur, so I was like, you know what? It'll be okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go right for the Heavy Slam, as that actually gets the crit, and so Piloswine is Piloswine pretty much forced to switch out there, so I get kind of lucky that first turn. It was a 2KO anyway, but you know, whatever. Yeah, it was a 2KO anyway, but so yeah, he's forced to switch out here, and I was like, you know what? He's either switching into Magmortar here, or he's going into Rotom-Mow, because he's not just gonna sack his Piloswine just like that when he has switch-ins. So I kind of thought about it for a minute, and I was like, okay, Celesteela is usually guaranteed to have Leech Seed, so maybe he wasn't going to go into Magmortar, and he was going to test his chances that I wouldn't go for Flamethrower, but I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for Flamethrower. I think Rotom-Mow's coming in. So I go for that Flamethrower, and Rotom-Mow is going to, okay, if it wants to load, yeah, it's going to take 44%, which is really nice. So I get the prediction off there. And here I decide to switch right out into Raichu, because I figured he was going to predict the Protect there, and he wasn't going to go for Leaf Storm, like, right off the bat. So I was like, you know what, he's either going to go for, like, Will-O-Wisp, or he's going to go for Electric move. Raichu's safe. As he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, and actually misses, so I get lucky again. And here I'm just going to go for the Signal Beam. And I know my play was probably to go for the Focus Blast in case the Cobalion comes in, but I wasn't really afraid of that. I was more afraid of him trying to, like, making a cheeky move into Starmie, and yeah, I didn't want to deal with that. So I was like, you know what, he's probably going to bring Piloswine because it's low anyway, so let's just go for the Signal Beam, go for the safe move, and we get the crit again, so that didn't matter, but pretty funny. Poor little Piloswine. So now we can't set up rocks again, so once I defog those away, then we're pretty Gucci. Because, you know, once Feeny gets in, we're like guaranteed to get rid of they're guaranteed to get rid of those rocks. So he leads into Cobalion, and I can't stand, of course, and I think he figures out that I was Specs at that point. Or choiced in some way. So he's just going to go straight for the Volt Switch, and I was like, okay with that, because Celesteela doesn't really care about Volt Switches from a Cobalion. As he goes into Magmortar here, and I'm going to go for the Protect. Yeah, as he goes for the T-Bolt, and I was like, you know what, I thought this thing was choiced. I thought it was Scarfed because he didn't really have anything else that could be Scarfed on his team. So I was like, you know what, he's probably go for T-Bolt protecting the Feeny. So let's go into Raichu here. But, yeah, so that was really, like, my main misplay of this match for sure. I thought for sure that he was going to, go for the T-Bolt there. I thought he was choiced, and, like, I don't know, that was just a bad play. I should not have risked that, because I knew there was a chance he wasn't, and he was just going to kill me with the Fire Blast, but what you can do. Yeah, so that was pretty bad. I should have just gone into Feeny there. Because even T-Bolt, I'm pretty sure doesn't 2KO anyway. So yeah, dumb play on my part. And so now let's go into Venusaur, and I just want to get my Mega off so I can have actual switch-ins to this thing later on. As it goes for Fire Blast and does a clean 38%. I'm just gonna get the Leech Seed up here, and here I actually predicted him to go into the like Pinsir, so I just went for the Sludge Bomb, but he actually goes into Cobalion there, so he's going to taunt me here, and I can't Leech Seed, so he's going to Volt Switch here, and I predicted him to Volt Switch because I was like, you know what, this thing probably doesn't have setup or anything to really hit me with, so I was like, let's just go for the Leech Seed, because he's probably going to predict the Celesteela. No, I go for the Sludge Bomb, because I can't go for the Leech Seed, so the Magmortar is going to take a ton of damage there. As now I'm going to go into Feeny, predicting the Fire Blast or the Psychic, and I was like, okay, you know what? That's 26%. I can get rid of these rocks, and it'll just be smooth sailing from there. But oh boy. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. So continuing off where we left off from GPC Season 5. Not salty at all. Not salty. Not one bit that we couldn't get rid of those rocks there. But yeah, we can't get rid of the rocks there, so now we're stuck with them. And that's totally not going to matter, right? Because we can totally make this work. So here I have to make a play, because I know that now that that happened and that I lost the Raichu do that play, I kind of got to make up for that, and I got to make a play here. So here I'm going to risk it for the biscuit here, and I go for the Bloom Doom as he switches into Starmie. So great play by me there to get rid of that Starmie. So yeah, so the Starmie's gone, and I actually would have played that differently had I had the rocks up. I would have switched into Infernape, or I would have switched into Weavile, because I didn't want to take rocks damage, so I could potentially take on Mega Pinsir better. So I had to go into Infernape there just because to preserve the damage on Weavile. So I had to go into Infernape. I had to make that play. So Starmie's gone. Here he goes into Cobalion, and this is actually a speed tie at max speed. Of course, he wins the speed tie as I go for the Fire Blast, which takes it out anyway. And yeah, so things just not going for me. I got that first crit with Piloswine, and then everything else just went to absolute shit from there. So here he goes into Pinsir, and I have to go into Celesteela as I take rocks damage as he goes for the feint. And yeah, so here I'm just going to go for the Leech Seed again, and that's nice. I can just get some damage up. And here he actually predicts the Protect here, and I figured he might do that, but I didn't want to risk anything, so I just go for Protect, which fails, of course. And here, I really should have gone into Venusaur. However, I knew the only play here for him was go for Full Switch, so I was like, you know what, I should just go for the Flamethrower, which yeah, and that was just another misplay. I really got that crit really tilted me for sure. I should have just gone for Leech Seed there. I mean, in case he went for the Thunderbolt, go for Flamethrower, but didn't kill anyway. So I should have just gone into Venusaur to begin with and preserve the health on this thing. As here's gonna go for the T-Bolt, and which takes me down 33%. And this is another instance where rocks really mattered, because had he had rocks not been up, I would have been able to live this Fire Blast and Synthesis back up. So here I go into Weavile here, and I actually get caught by surprise here as he goes for the Mach Punch. And if I went for Ice Shard, I should have gone for Ice Shard, because Ice Shard would have Ice Shard had a really good chance to kill there. I didn't even think of the Mach Punch. I completely forgot it, which I'm not really going to beat myself up over, because I should never predict that. As I go for the knockoff, and I get burned, and I was just like, oh my god, what is going on right now? So now what happens is that now we can come to the Pinsir, and he can set up SD because I'm burned. And that's pretty much going to be GG, because there's really no recovering from that. And the worst part is that had rocks not been up, Weavile would have been able to take a Mach Punch plus a feint. And Ice Shard would have OHKO'd. So, of course, without the burn. And then I would have just won easily 3-0. And here I go for Protect, just so I can get back up. And another instance where rocks mattered, because had rocks not went up, Celesteela would have been able to live that close combat, but it can't. So, so yeah, me getting tilted and getting crit and haxed and just a bunch of garbage makes me lose week 2. Josh played very well, of course. The play getting rid of the Raichu was a good play. He made some good plays, but overall, I really should have won this matchup. I played better, I prepped better, and it's just unfortunate that I lost. But what you gonna do? I can't let this get me down. I just gotta not let this tilt my season, because it's still a long season. And yeah, just gotta. We're only 1 point out of like the 4th spot for the playoffs. So we're like one point ahead or behind Pierre, I'm pretty sure. Or 1 differential point behind Pierre with the same record. So it's like, it's not like we're not like it's burying us. It's only a 2-0 loss, and we're just gonna get back up. It's unfortunate, especially because of course last week we got the loss of point to differential due to hacks as well. But I mean, luck's gotta change at some point. So hopefully that happens soon. Next week we face Dom and the Richmond Marquesas. Hopefully we can pick up a win there, and we'll see what happens. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry little down. I didn't really want to record this because I was a little salty. I was a little salty, but what you can do. So I'll see you. Actually, I got the TBU upload coming soon. I forgot about that because Alex couldn't battle due to him being busy with life stuff and all that. So I'm gonna get that up soon, and I'll see you then. So thank you so much, and goodbye.